Hey, what's going on, y'all? Just some thoughts on uh Raw from Monday ago. Basically, it was a live house in Baltimore. I did attend with my daughter. Her first live show. She really enjoyed it, and I think she has been bitten by the bug. She is definitely a wrestling head now. She was definitely excited to see EO Sky. That was one of her favorites, and Alexa Bliss. Just my thoughts on the show overall. I think Baltimore is a great wrestling spot to be. The crowd was very live and very lit and very vocal. Um, he kicked off the show with the camera watching Roman Reigns, the Uso, and Jacob Fatu come in and enter the arena. And man, that entrance, he definitely has an aura about him, Roman Reigns, for sure. Um, I was a little confused of where they were going with his character, because again, I watch, but I don't really watch like that. So I know a lot of fans out there know a little bit better than me, but I didn't know if he was if they were pushing him towards being a heel now, or if he was still a baby face. I remember that because I was in the crowd for that incident where that comedian or guy from the movie, I don't know his name, I think his name was Aaron something, made the mistake of patting Jacob Fatu on the back and then touching one of the necklace that Roman Reigns had gifted to Jacob. And when he did that, I didn't even know what happened. I thought that was the end of the segment because, like I said, I'm sitting in the crowd and I'm like, okay, they're going back to the locker room. Then all of a sudden, I hear the fans going crazy, and I look up and see Jacob grab the guy, flipped him over the barricade, and began to start pummeling him and beating him up, and threw him in the ring. And Adam Pearce and everybody ran down and was like, no, 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 no. And Roman was like up on the apron, like, oh, yeah, yeah, don't do it, don't do it. Get down. No, Jacob. And then I saw Roman give the nod and was like, go. And I was like, oh, shoot, this reminds me of OG Roman Reigns, like from 2022, 2023, like where it was like he was just ruthless and cutthroat. And I'm like, wait a minute, is Roman a heel, or is he a heel or a good guy? I didn't know, because that was very heel-esque, what he did. And I thought it was hilarious, especially when he told him to do it again. Seeing it, and then Jacob just going off and splashing the guy and just leaving him flat like a pancake on the mat. Um, I really like this little interaction that's going on between the Usos and Jacob Fatu. I think that is very funny as well. Especially Jay trying to act like, hey, listen to me too. You got to acknowledge us as well as Roman. And Jacob like, hey, look, I acknowledge Roman, not you guys. So all that, what you guys trying to tell me what to do, and Jacob was basically like, y'all need to step it up yourselves, because y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all got LA Knight over here talking trash about the family. Y'all ain't doing nothing about it. He punking y'all out. And then Jay trying to like, yo, check this food, man. And Jacob's like, what? I don't answer to you, boy. Which is hilarious between them. And just even later that night where LA Knight came out to the ring, and that verbal confrontation between Jay and Jimmy and LA Knight was funny. And I thought I really enjoyed, and I never experienced Jay's entrance at all during that big whole yeet movement. But even though that Monday when they were in Baltimore, that it wasn't that, but I kind of got a little inkling and a little feeling of what it felt like. Because we were in the crowd and the whole Baltimore crowd was just yelling like, run it back when he came out to his entrance. I was like, oh, is he going to do it? Because he looked for a while, but then he went into his dialogue, into his promo, and the crowd was booing, and they were pretty pissed off about that. But I was just like, just to feel that a little bit was like, dang, that Yeet Omania, whatever they call it, was huge during that time. I mean, and I regret never being in the audience and feeling that during that period of time where Jay was on fire with that. Big Jimmy is stepping up too. Like Jimmy Uso, very underrated and very, very good on the mic and has a presence of his own. I really hope Big Jim gets a push to do his own thing too, because I think Jimmy can do exactly the same thing with his own lane, his own style, and he can definitely progress and move up as well in the company. And hell, even one day maybe a world title shot for him. Maybe he can get a run with the world title, and see what he can do. LA Knight, the crowd was on fire for him in Baltimore. A lot of people don't know that his he's from Hagerstown, Maryland. So he's from the whole Maryland area. So everybody was just saying welcome home and going crazy for him. And I really felt the energy for that. I feel like his momentum is starting to pick up again. And I really hope they do go somewhere with that. And I hope that they do give LA Knight his just due and to help him get a title shot and actually win the title this time, to see what he can and let him get a reign with that. I think he can do good. I don't think that his momentum is technically gone because the fans are still ride or die with him. So hopefully WWE, gives him that rocket on the back and shoot him towards the moon again. Also, very curious to see where WWE is going to go at with Crown Jewel, because as we look at the landscape of the WWE, we have Cody as the WWE champion and Roman Reigns as the World Heavyweight champion. And I'm wondering, are we going to have that trilogy? Could Crown Jewel be Roman Reigns versus Cody again, part 3? I think there is an investment in that to see it one more time, to close it out. I think they can draw with that. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. I think that would be something I would be interested in, to see what they're going to do with that. Just in general with Cody overall, like, I know he's doing this thing now on SmackDown where it's kind of entangled between him and Gunther and Sami Zayn's involved somewhere between that too. Would like to see Sami Zayn get a title run as well as a world champion. I think he can do a good job. Also, wondering if they're ever going to pull the trigger on the Highlander type Cody run. Are they going to give Cody a heel run? I think that it would be something fresh. I know a lot of people have an opinion on that, but just to see it like in WWE, to kind of see what it would be like, and where Triple H's mind and his creative, along with Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes would take that. What they would do with Cody, and also having Paul Heyman's input on that as well. I think that could work. But yeah, overall, just my quick thoughts on that. But just basically to talk about that Raw in Baltimore, and just how it was pretty good. That was a good episode. And Obafemi is definitely just seeing him in person and just seeing how the crowd vibes with him, and that entrance and the crowd chanting Oba and his whole aura and everything. WWE really hit it big with him, and I hope they really take it in the right direction and do good with that, because that is the next big star. And just his presence alone, just watching him live, he has that it factor. And I know they're going to probably set up a third match between him and Brock. I remember he did call out Brock. And, we'll see what happens with that. I believe the WWE has a plan eventually somewhere down the line for a Brock Lesnar, Obafemi and Roman Reigns match. That would be good. That could be kind of the whole stamp of validation. If he beats Roman and wins the world title, that'll definitely put him over. and then WWE would just have to book him the right way throughout after beating Roman with that wave of momentum and give him the right opponents and put the right people there and the right pieces in place to help him to maintain that momentum and have a successful reign as champion and even go higher than that. So yeah, overall, that's just my quick little thoughts on certain things that's going on in WWE. Talk to you guys next time. I'm out.